At Texas Speedway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as we get set for a night of action. Friday Night Lights, here they come. It's Billy Vest, Jeff Kennard in the front row. We are ready to rock and roll. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag. We're off and racing at Heart of Texas. Whole shot move down to the inside. Billy Vest will take them down into turn number one. It is Vest side by side. Power move up on the top side. Kennard will go three wide behind him. Shooting through the middle right there. Big time move right there as Derek Cates will bolt up into third position. They check off lap number one, side by side. Dead heat at the line as they race down into turn number one, heading to the backstretch.
0.04 of a difference between Billy Vest and Jeff Kennard. We're down the front straightaway, down the back straightaway there, still door to door, side by side, coming out of turn four. You'll give it to Billy Vest this time by. We got a caution. We got the slow car, 21 of Clint Howard on the top side of 1 and 2. So we're gonna restack and restack.
All right, here we go. We're working them down. Billy Vest up on the point. Green flag. We're off and racing. One lap complete. Factory stock heat race number one out of turn number 4. Billy Vest takes them down into turn number 1. Shannon Dulock will bolt into second. Jeff Kennard settles into third. The 4, Ryan Hopkins right there coming down on the inside. Here's Derek Cates side by side. The race down into turn number 3. Good push by Cates. Here comes Cates down on the bottom of the track. He will take that 4th spot as the leader makes his way out of turn 2.
Billy Vest followed by Shannon Dulock and Jeff Kennard. Billy Vest, Mr. Dirt Defender himself, just walking the dog out there. That is a good looking hot rod right there through the middle of 3 and 4 coming down. Got one around in the top of 3 and 4. Let's see if we can get it going. Waiting. Caution. It's amazing. The caution comes out and my car starts.
Every time.
Every
it's like magic.
time. Caution comes out, car starts. Lights go out, leader can go, and Billy Vest waited no time. Here we go, green flag racing.
All right, here they come around out of turn number 4. Shannon Dulock down on the bottom. Billy Vest takes him down into turn number 1. 2-car length advantage as he guides them into that first corner. Here is the 07, Jeff Kennard down at the bottom of the racetrack at the quarter panel. Back straightaway, they make their way down into turn number 3. Dulock closes the door. Billy Vest will guide him around one more time. We are halfway home in factory stock heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1, Billy Vest, Shannon Dulock, Jeffrey Kennard. Out there, here's your top 3. Kind of strung out right now, right through the middle, kind of a one-line racetrack. We'll see if we can get it ironed in a little bit, get some of the green worked out of the racetrack and see if we can get a little better racing service, but kind of strung out right there. But I tell you what, Billy Vest in the old 1.9 car, the 19, looks really good out front.
Absolutely. Billy Vest, 1.211 seconds this time by. 2 laps to go as the leader will make his way down. That car is running on a rail. He is indeed walking the dog here in heat race number 1. Onto the back straightaway they go. We got a race happening there for that second spot. Kennard down on the inside. Dulock closes the door. Here they come, Joe, out of turn number 4. White flag, quarter of a mile to go.
One more lap around the old Heart of Texas Speedway. And Billy Vest says, I know where to go. Let's just go to the front. Got our Dirt Defender car out front. Down the back straightaway, Shannon Dulock, Jeffrey Kennard running second and third, but coming to the checkered flag right now will be the 1.9 in the Billy Vest.
Billy Vest takes it home in factory stock heat race number 1. Shannon Dulock, Jeff Kennard, Derek Cates rounds out your top 4. Shelby Baker will come home in position number 5. So it is Billy Vest. He goes wire to wire here in factory stock heat race number 1. Into the start zone. Here they come. It is Arden on the pole. We're set. Green flag. We're racing here at Heart of Texas. Good hole shot jump there for Arden down on the inside. Here's Jeremy Oliver up on the top side. He will guide him out of turn number 2. Back straightaway they go. Jeremy Oliver takes a 1-car length advantage down into turn number 3. Side-by-side battle behind him. Gannett up on the top side. The 40 of Michael Bowles down on the bottom. Side-by-side down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Jerry Oliver will lead that lap. Onto the back stretch they go. Oliver will pull the field out of turn number 2.
5 of Brett Arden is trying everything. He's going high, he's going low, he's trying to make it work. You see him though, he gets on the bottom side, he has to put the binders on a little bit, not to drive into the left rear of Oliver right there. Good job by both drivers, but what a race right there. But don't forget the 48 of Mike Land coming along quick.
Absolutely, 16.709 the time that time for Jeremy Oliver as he guides him down the front stretch once again, 1.5 car lengths. Just a great run off of the corners. Jeremy Oliver gets that car to pivot, and he points it, and he takes off down the straightaway. Now the battle getting good there for third as Michael Bowles has made his way up. We're halfway home this time by.
Yeah, Michael Bowles, his transponder is not picking up, but he's currently running in third. And I tell you what, he is putting some pressure on Brett Arden right now. Down the back straightaway, door to door, and he's pulling him down the straight. Let's see if he can get into through 3 and 4. Coming out of 3 and 4. I can't call that one. We're just going to get to 5. Brett Arden.
Oh, contact right there, Joe, as they make their way into the middle of the corner. Onto the back straightaway they go side by side. Once again down on the inside. It is the 40 of Michael Bowles. Up on the top side, the 5 of Brett Arden. 2 laps to go this time by for your leader. It is Jeremy Oliver. That dogfight continues to happen right there behind him. Up the hill goes Brett Arden. Down on the inside, pushing off the corner. The 40 of Michael Bowles. Side by side once again as they battle out of turn number 3. White flag in the air, one more time around. Look at that battle for second.
You saw Brett Arden right there kind of chop down in the corner, trying to take that line away from Bowles, but Bowles gets in there through the bottom of 1 and 2. Now pulls in a slide job, crossover, coming to the white checker flag. The 5, Brett Arden, 5 of Brett Arden. I tell you what, that was some good racing. We had a little bit of a slide job. We had a crossover move. And just some hard, aggressive racing, but clean racing at that.
We are set to go. Here we go. Remember that start zone right there, that red and white tire. Bam! Hit the gas. Let's go. Green flag. We're racing at Heart of Texas Speedway. Off they go. King Gray up at the front. They'll race it down into turn number 1. Boy, that is a tight pack. Watch that 0-1 of John Grove. Down to the inside. They're going to race it down the back straightaway. Here comes the 76N of J.D. Nino. It is one tight pack. Here they come. Official race in the book. They flash by. Down to the inside. The 0-1 of John Grove, or the 1ST, Robert Scrivener, pardon me. Scrivener makes a move, and here comes Nino down to the inside.
Robert Scrivener got out of a sport mod, and now he's in a factory stock, and he has wasted no time getting to the front. So the 1ST out front by about 6 car lengths, down the front straightaway through the middle of 1 and 2, followed up by the 716 of J.D. Nino.
Gotta like that drive right there as he got Scrivener. He just points that car and he takes off, and he continues to widen that lead as he leads that lap. And that lead continues to widen, and he leads by 1.2 seconds. Here's Nino riding in the second position. Kyle Wilkins is right there. Oh, trouble, turn number 4. Little bit of a slip and slide right there. James Mandrew there in the 5M. He'll get it rolling, and we will continue. We're halfway home.
Good job there by the 5M to keep that car rolling. James Marder, we kept it rolling, we kept it clean, we kept it green, but Scrivener out front right now, followed by the 76N of J.D. Nino.
That's exactly the point right there. You get sideways, you can't sit there and mess around. You'll go off the track. Here we go. 2 laps to go this time by for your leader in that number 1 car, continuing to set the pace right here as they roll along as we get towards the end of this race. Robert Scrivener onto the back straightaway. He leads by a half a straightaway over J.D. Nino in the 76M. This time, white flag in the air. Quarter of a mile to go for your race leader.
Robert Scrivener is kind of new to the old factory stocks, but not really new. He's been in every kind of race car you can imagine, from hobby stocks to factory stocks and modifieds to sport mods. And here he is taking the win. He raced number 3, Robert Scrivener in a 1ST.
Scrivener will take it home, followed by J.D. Nino, the 704, or the 7MK of Kyle Wilkins, and rounding out the top 4 is John Grove in your factory stocks. Just like that. 3 heat races for your factory stocks. They will be back later tonight. 20-lap main event coming up as we roll on here with season 55, Heart of Texas Speedway. Street stocks on the back straightaway. Lights getting set to go off. Kevin Fry in the birdcage. It is Michael Votaw, Jerry Friedrich up on the point. Tommy Kirkpatrick, Charles Mulvaney back behind him. 8 laps to go as they hit the start zone on the gas. Green flag, we're off and going. Off they go down into turn number 1. Whole shot move. It is Votaw. He'll take the field down into turn number 1. Friedrich up on the top side. 71, Tommy Kirkpatrick. James Honnish, Wade White, that is your top 5 on the break. Out of turn number 4. good move. Votaw just guiding that car out of corner number 4. He'll take the field down. Side-by-side battle there for third. On the bottom is Honish. Oh, a little bit of contact. Wade White on the bottom as they hit the backstretch.
Wade White oh my goodness, Wade White just gave Honish a little shot in the short, said, let's go, son. Get that truck out of my way, let's go. But I tell you what, Votaw, Kirkpatrick, Honish, White, that's your top 4 right there. Jerry Frederick running 4th. What a good race right now, but Votaw is just getting around this racetrack lightning fast here in the Outlaw Street Stocks Heat Race number 1.
That is indeed the hot spot on the racetrack right there as you check in on Speed Zone with Race On Texas. James Honish holding on to the 3rd spot. Right behind him, Jerry Frederick and Wade White. That is a 3-car battle right there. We are halfway home this time by as Votaw checks off another lap. Tommy Kirkpatrick is right there. Here's Wade White trying to make his way up. Now they go single file around the racetrack. Onto the back straightaway they go. Your leader, Michael Votaw, out of corner number 4. A little bit of a stumble right there, but he gathers it back in on the gas. Single file. That is a half a straightaway advantage right there. He will have to work to the outside. Now some lap traffic right there. Kristen Boyce is right there to the inside. Goes your race leader, the 7:16. This time by 2 to go. Trouble. Back straightaway, James Honish. Honish. His car comes to a stop, or his truck, and we stay green.
Trying to get him to the infield, but looked like Votaw had a little issue there. Let the pack catch up with him, but now Kirkpatrick put in some pressure, but it's white flag. It'll be Votaw, Kirkpatrick, Frederick, Wade White, your top 4.
Onto the back straightaway they go. 1 car in front of them. Stephen Glander there in the 0-1. The General Lee bolting down to the inside. Checkered flag in the air. Michael Votaw wins heat race number 2 in your Outlaws, or heat race number 1. Tommy Kirkpatrick, followed by the number 13 of Jerry Frederick, makes a pass, and Wade White will come home 4th. Outlaw Street Stocks just like that. How about that? That was really, really fast. Outlaw Street Stocks heat race number 2 here at Art of Texas Speedway. Taking them down into turn number 3. It's Jeff Williams up on the point. Greg Andrews on the outside, hitting the start zone. To the steel we go. Green flag, we're off and racing. Out into turn number 1, Greg Andrews from the outside. Whole shot move. Cody Daniel down to the inside. Drew Garcia down on the bottom. They string it out down the back straightaway. Garcia to the inside of Williams. You got a 3-car melee happening right back there. Garcia down, he will slide it up the racetrack. Down into turn number 1 they go. It is Greg Andrews, back straightaway action. Cody Daniel down on the inside with Drew Garcia.
Cody Daniel trying to turn that car right around the bottom, make it rotate right through the bottom, but he gives up that momentum, and Drew Garcia is able to keep that momentum up and keeps the lead. It's going to be Andrews, Garcia, and Daniel, your top 3 with 2 down.
Oh, you got a dogfight happening right here, Joe. Onto the back straightaway you go. You got 4 cars up at the front of the pack as they run single file. Oh, trouble. Cody Daniel down to the bottom of the racetrack. Daniel loses a grip. Onto the front stretch they go. Now onto the back stretch. Greg Andrews, 1.5 seconds is the advantage now. As the 9G will try to draw him back in. But hauling the mail today, it is Greg Andrews in the 8A.
Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go, but it's Greg Andrews show right now out there in the station wagon Outlaw Street Stock. That car is fast and on a rail. Oh, we got Drew Garcia spins out by himself. He's in the middle of 3 and 4. We're still clean, we're still green. Let's get it going, Drew. Caution, caution, caution.
My goodness, Joe, I'll tell you, that has been the story of the year for Drew Garcia. He has been so many times in that front or runner-up position, and he just does not have the luck. As right there, he was mounting the charge, trying to chase down Andrews. He gets tied up, and he loops it around right there at turn number 4. Going to 1 that time by it is Andrews up on the point, followed by Williams, Daniel, Gaston. That is your top 4. 5 laps complete here in Outlaw Street Stock Heat Race number 2. On the gas, here we go! We are green flag racing. Greg Andrews already a car length. Here's Williams coming down to the bottom of the racetrack. Past the start-finish line. Oh, a little bit of contact right there. Daniels into the back of Williams. Back straightaway they go. Here's Gaston down to the bottom of the racetrack. They now go single file down at the bottom of the racetrack. The 181 of Eddie Thompson. 2 to go this time by.
Right now we're watching a Greg Andrews show out there with the old wagon up front. But Williams, Daniel following right there in a close second and third. Race right now is second, third, and fourth.
That is a hot spot on the racetrack. White flag in the air, a quarter of a mile to go this time by for the 8A of Greg Andrews. He takes a 2-second advantage onto the back straightaway. Jeff Williams digging right there as they hit the backstretch. This is the Greg Williams show. Checkered flag in the air this time by. It is Greg Williams, your winner. Or Greg Andrews. Jeff Williams will come home second. Cody Daniel, Barry Gaston as they battle it out. That rounds out your top four. Outlaw Street Stock Heat Race number 2, going wire to wire, dominating fashion as he turns it down to the infield. You give it to Greg Andrews. He wins by 2.887 seconds. It's going to bring him to the stripe, and that is one good wheelman right there.
Yeah, but watch the outside of Chase Allen. He might be an idiot on Facebook, but he is a machine behind the wheel. He's my buddy, so I can call him an idiot.
Here come the crate late models out of turn number 4. Green flag, we are on the gas. Into turn number 1, Chase Allen up on the top side. He will bolt to the front. Back straight away they go. Caden Honeycutt settles into second. Dean Abbey in the 26. The 630 of Philip Smith. Lap number 1. This will be Chase Allen as he takes the field down into turn number 1. Already starting to open up that advantage. Back straight away they go. And it is Chase Allen in the lead as he will lead lap number 2.
Chase Allen's got to push into that car, and he gives up that spot. Caden Honeycutt right there. Let's see if he can get it back. He got to push through the middle. 3 and 4 had to lift a little bit, gather the car up. That let Caden Honeycutt get underneath him. So let's see if he can get a handle on that car and see what happens.
Honeycutt takes him down into turn number 1. Car number 10, that is your race leader. Back straight away they go. Honeycutt, half a car length advantage over the 130. Now, here they come once again, battling out of turn number 4. That lead, we are halfway home. This race is flying by. Chase Allen, we got one car off the pace back at the back. It is Billy Mazel in car number 50, your top 3. Caden Honeycutt, Chase Allen, car number 26 of Dean Abbey. This time, it is lap number 5.
They're all having a little bit of trouble right there through 3 and 4. You can see a little black already starting to come in that track. So they're trying to figure out, do we go high? Do we rub on the cushion up there, or do we go down to the bottom of the meat? So they're all having a little bit of trouble through 3 and 4. 1 and 2, not a problem. Caden Honeycutt's out front, followed by Chase Allen.
In command, 2-car length advantage. This time, white flag in the air, quarter of a mile. Here comes the 130. Chase Allen digging in. Allen goes to the top side of the racetrack. Down at the bottom, Honeycutt slide job down at the bottom. Here they are side by side. Chase Allen right there. Honeycutt trying to hang up on the top side. Caden Honeycutt digs back down. Chase Allen at the line. Tremendous move at the end of the race. Chase Allen wins it over Caden Honeycutt and Dean Abbey. How about that finish here in your DFW crate late models?
I told you, he's an idiot on Facebook, but he can drive a damn race car.
Ben, lights are off around the racetrack. It's Whitaker and Theis as we get set. 8 laps right here. DFW late models on the gas. Green flag. We're racing down into turn number 1. On the jump, Whitaker down on the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact. They square it off. They head down the back straightaway. Oh, my goodness. Look at that race as they head down. Tremendous action. Little Robbie Starnes down on the inside. Trouble turn number 3. We got a spinner. Got a spinner down on the inside. Chase Dowdy. Dowdy sitting in the middle of the racetrack. Here they come around. Looks like the caution flag will come out. The whole shot jump there by Stevie Whitaker. However, Joe, the move of the race right there was little Robbie Starnes as he was down on the inside of row number 2. That green flag's dropped and Starnes goes right to the front. Big time start. Lights are out around the racetrack. 1 lap complete, 7 laps to go. Here they come. DFW crate late models in the restart zone. Green flag, we're racing. Off they go. Whitaker shot out of a cannon down into turn number 1. Here's Starnes. Starnes trying to get him a run. Whitaker will take him down the back straightaway. Top 3 trying to break away from the pack. But here comes the 2X of Chase Dowdy. Your top 4. Turn number 1. They guide their way in. And it is Stephen Whitaker in the 89 seat. Back straightaway they go. Down on the inside. Little Robbie Starnes right at the quarter panel. Door to door. Into turn number 3. Bottom of the racetrack. Little Robbie Starnes will take him out of turn number 4. Past the start-finish line. It is Robbie Starnes leading that race.
I'm just going to let you announce it. I'm going to watch the races. We got one around 0 and 3 and 4. Caution comes out. Woo, Whitaker just barely got by that spinner. But, man, I think I'm just going to put the microphone up and watch the races right there between Starnes and Whitaker. They are slicing, they are dicing. Whitaker got a little bit tight right up there in 3 and 4, had to lift a little bit, little pedal of the car, and that let Starnes dive underneath him, especially through 3 and 4. I think 3 and 4 is a little dicey, a little smooth, a little slick, and they're getting in there a little easy so they don't spin out, and that's making their car tight.
Starnes on the gas. Here we go. Green flag. We're racing. 3 laps complete down into turn number 1. Little Robbie Starnes right there. Oh, big time move. Austin Thies taking a peek down to the inside. Stephen Whitaker will take that second position. Continues to hold on. Here's Whitaker down to the bottom. Halfway home this time by as they take it down into turn number 1. Starnes is your leader. Back straight away they go. Up the hill goes the 89C of Stephen Whitaker.
Robbie Starnes leading it down. We got 5 down, 3 to go. Followed by Whitaker and Thies, top 3. I tell you what, Robbie Starnes is getting around it really good, really smooth. The other cars are having to fight that tightness. They're having to throw it in there, make the car turn. But Starnes is smooth. He is on a rail.
Top 2 cars checking out from the field. It is Robbie Starnes and Stephen Whitaker Jr. Back straight away they go as they pace the field down into turn number 3 with their DFW crate late model. Up the hill goes Robbie Starnes. White flag in the air. One more time around. Can Starnes hold on? Actually, Whitaker went up the hill as well there in turn number 4. So one mistake offsets the other. It is Starnes up on the point. Out of turn number 4. Oh, up the hill he goes. Checkered flag in the air. Little Robbie Starnes wins heat race number 2. Stephen Whitaker, and rounding out the top 3 is Austin Thies.
I tell you what, you saw on that last lap coming to the checker, little Robbie Starnes threw it in there, got a little sideways, had to check up a little bit. That's how slick this track is already getting up in 3 and 4.
7 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 3 for your DFW crate late models. Green flag, we're off and racing once again. Down into turn number 1, Patrick Daniel is your leader. He will take the field down. Here's Chris Bragg, way up the hill goes Joe Shedden. Now getting back in line. Here's the field, single file out of turn number 4. This time by continues to be your race leader, car number 75. Patrick Daniel up at the front of the pack. 24B of Chris Bragg right behind him. He's got some company happening right there behind him now as they begin to tighten it up as they head out of turn number 4. Here's lap number 2.
Patrick Daniel followed by Chris Bragg, followed by Donnie Sharp as your top 3. Good race right there, second and third between Bragg and Sharp. But out front will be Patrick Daniel with nobody with inside. Oh, we got a spinner right there at 3 and 4. The 25 of Sharp. Let it go around. Let's see if we can get it going, get it going. Caution, caution, caution. You hated to see that. He was right there with Bragg. Just got in there a little bit hot, and like I've been saying, 3 and 4 is really starting to slick off.
Lights are flashing. We get set. We are ready to go. Lights are out. Patrick Daniel takes him down into turn number 3. Chris Bragg down on the inside. Cody Hartage on the outside. Green flag. Heat race number 3 back underway. On the break, Patrick Daniel up at the front of the pack. Daniel will take the field down into turn number 1. Onto the back straightaway. Side by side. Look at that battle. Starting to shape up right there. Hartage up on the outside. This time by, we're halfway home in heat race number 3.
We still got the Patrick Daniel show going on right now. Out front by about 5 car lengths, followed by Chris Bragg, and right behind him will be Dustin Woods, but it's the Daniel ship. Patrick Daniel right now out front.
Good battle right there behind them. Car number 47, Tom Earl is there up on the top side. It is the 12 of Cody Hartage. This time by 2 laps to go as the leader makes his way down. Oh, a little bit of contact there maybe. Donnie Ship will pull it back in. 3-car battle happening as that is your battle for 4th. Everyone transfers in. Here's your leader coming out of turn number 4. White flag in the air this time by Patrick Daniel. One more time around. It has been the Patrick Daniel show.
One more lap around, but it's going to be Patrick Daniel out front by 8 car lengths, followed by Chris Bragg, Dustin Wood, Cody Hartage in the 12 car. But coming here, checker flag, your winner of heat race number 3, being Patrick Daniel, Chris Bragg, Dustin Woods, Cody Hartage, top 4. Man, they are getting around that racetrack like you cannot believe. They're adjusting. They have recognized the slickness of 3 and 4. They have adjusted, and they are getting around that racetrack. I bet they go back there and dial those cars in and get them even faster. Here we go. Gage Fuller, Jason Hubert Sr. will bring them to the green flag. Lights are out.
Here we go into the start zone. We're set. Green flag. We're off and racing once again at Heart of Texas Speedway. Big time move right there. A little bit of trouble there for Gage Fuller up to the front of the pack. There goes TJ Green back straightaway. Pat McGuire down on the inside. Here comes the 12 of Brandon Garrett. Jason Hubert gets back in line. All the way to the back of the pack is Gage Fuller. Trouble, turn number 4. You got a spinner over there. Let's see if that car gets rolling. We continue. We stay green. Everybody rolling. Back straightaway they go. Your race leader, TJ Green, in the 5, trying to go back to back. Off to a great start right here. This is lap number 1.
TJ Green will be out front, followed by Brandon Gear and Joel Garcia and Jason Hunter.
They're starting to get racy right there behind him as Hubert now settles back into that 5th position. There goes TJ Green. He leads another lap. Battle is for second. Down on the inside, the 12 of Guerin. Here's 9 of Pat McGuire. The 9 Emma McGuire down to the inside. Guerin goes up the hill, halfway home this time by. Look at that battle for second. It is Guerin holding on. Pat McGuire is right there. Now they shuffle it out and they go single file.
Pat McGuire, long time modified racer, now back into sport mod. Has kind of got it figured out. He was struggling before, but now he is up front, running in 3rd place, right there, right behind TJ Green, Guerin, and now Pat McGuire.
TJ Green on a Sunday drive right here on Friday night. 2 laps to go this time by as Green will lead another lap there in car number 5. Guerin continues to hold on, followed by Pat McGuire. Side-by-side battle happening right there behind him as you've got that action happening right there. Votal up on the top side. Here's a 10 of Caden Honeycutt. White flag in the air this time by. TJ Green flashes by once again. He leads comfortably here in this heat race by almost 2 seconds, Joe. It looks like TJ Green will take this one home.
TJ Green just put on a show right there, got up front and just ran a race. But good job there. Brandon Guerin started deep into Pat. Pat McGuire obviously has got the old sport mods figured out as well.
That is how they will race it out here in heat race number 1 for your IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. McGuire right there, a good run for Caden Honeycutt as he starts 7th. And he manages to make his way up into 4th. 2 out on the racetrack on the point is John Rodriguez on the outside, Jonathan Beard, row 2 on the inside, Taylor Florio, James Honish on the outside, Kyle Wilkins, Ian Buckmeyer, Justin Vaughn, Kalen Moeller, and Matt Rust. Green flag, we're racing heat race number 2. Into turn number 1, side by side, Rodriguez on the bottom. Up the track goes Rodriguez, coming down to the inside. Oh my goodness, too close for comfort. My God, what a run that was right there. Here they come out of the corner, making their way down the front straightaway. Lap number 1. Phenomenal move right there. And Kyle Wilkins will lead the pack here in heat race number 2. Here's Florio down to the bottom. James Honish sits right there. Right behind him, it is that 89 car. This time by, it continues to be Kyle Wilkins.
7MK of Kyle Wilkins, followed by the 21T of Taylor Florio. Tell you what, Taylor Florio's had some bad luck this year. It's good to see her back out there, get up there in the top 3. Remember, top 4 will transfer straight into the A. Everybody else will go to a B main after 5th on down.
Florio hanging on to that 2nd spot, but it's Kyle Wilkins up at the front of the pack. He started in position number 5. They bottleneck out of turn number 2, and he finds his way to the front of the pack. He continues to lead. Hot spot on the racetrack right there, side by side as you check in on Speed Pass. Down at the bottom of the racetrack, it's Buckmeyer there in the 69X. Back straight away they go, but the pass is made by the 188 of Kalen Moeller. Here they come out of turn number 4. We continue to watch that battle. Oh, a little loose right there. Able to hold on once again. It's James Honish holding on to the 3rd spot. He's got company behind him.
I tell you what, the 188 is giving Honish everything he can handle right now for the 4th and 5th place. We'll see what happens right now, but right now out front it's going to be the 7MK, Kyle Wilkins, Taylor Florio, Honish, followed by Kalen Moeller in 4th place.
Oh, that 3rd place battle, 4th place battle, or 3rd place battle, you got something happening right there. Here they come, white flag in the air, one more time around for your race leader is Wilkins, but we'll watch now as the leader makes his way down into turn number 3. Honish holding on to that 3rd spot. Top 4 transfer in, checkered flag in the air. Kyle Wilkins all the way up from the 5th starting position. Taylor Florio, James Honish, the 188 of Kalen Moeller, Those are your top 4 as they will transfer.
Inside pole position, 4G of Garrett Rawls. Outside, Big Nasty, 601, Chris Cogburn. The 28, Jarrett Branson on the inside, row number 2. And the outside, the 717 of G-Dub Egbert. Inside, row number 3, the 116, Damon Hammond. Outside, 69, Triple X of Tommy Davis Jr. Inside, row number 4, 58, Chris Kilgore. And the outside, the 155T, Derek Talley. The starting shotgun, Billy Gould Jr.
This right here is a locked and loaded heat race. Onto the back straightaway they go. Top 2 cars sitting side by side. It's Rawls on the inside, Cogburn up on the top. Cogburn will power move off of turn number 4, and he'll take the field down into turn number 1, leading lap number 1. GW Egbert down on the bottom. Let's watch them race onto the back straightaway. That battle for second. It's Rawls there on the top side. G-Dub down on the bottom. Here they come out of turn number 4. Continues to be Cogburn, but in hot pursuit, it's a 717 of GW Egbert.
Big Nasty out front in the 601, Chris Cogburn, followed by the 717 GW. GW drives it down deep, hard on the inside, but he can't make it stick. Has to lift a little bit, but the race is right behind him between 3rd and 4th, between the 69X and the 4G of Garrett Rawls.
Oh, look at that battle right there. Tommy Davis Jr. down on the inside, throws it up right in front of Rawls as that battle for 4th. Top 4 cars transfer into the A main. Here we are halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Top 4 cars trying to break away from the pack. Up at the front of the pack, it is a Big Nasty. Chris Cogburn in the 601. GW Egbert, the 69 Double X of Tommy Davis Jr. And rounding out the top 4, bottom of the racetrack, here comes the 4G of Garrett Rawls. What a run. Damon Hammond back in 5th.
Chris Cogburn just up on the top side there, letting the car rotate right around the top. You see Egbert trying to dive down a little bit, but he just can't get any bite, can't get any drive off the bottom, and Cogburn's just keeping that momentum up. Right up there, right on the cushion, let the right rear hanging in the berm.
Now Damon Hammond right there as he starts to knock on the back door, trying to get in one of those transfer spots. Here they come around, white flag in the air one more time. Top 3 separating from the pack. It is Cogburn, followed by Egbert. Down on the inside is Davis, side by side. Final transfer spot. Back straightaway they go. The 4X or the 4G holding on to Rawls. Here's Damon Hammond, and we got a spinner down on the inside. Caution flag. Oh my goodness, Joe. I'll tell you what, the hot spot on the track was for that final transfer spot. Garrett Rawls had it, but here comes Damon Hammond right on his tail. Here they are onto the backstretch. It's Cogburn up on the point. They double stack it behind him. G-Dub Egbert is right there on the gas as Cogburn. Here they come around. Green flag in the air. We're racing one more time here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Taking them down into turn number 1. Side-by-side battle. Tommy Davis up on the top side. Davis makes a pass. Trying to slide it down on the bottom. Joe, here we go. One more lap around to the bottom of the racetrack. Tommy Davis trying to make it work. White flag in the air.
Tommy Davis Jr., you know that name. You've seen that name forever and ever from all over the world, and here he is. We went from 3rd to 1st, and here we go coming to the checkered flag.
Out of turn number 4, Tommy Davis Jr. will win. Chris Cogburn, Damon Hammond, and GW Egbert. Oh man, let me tell you, some kind of race right there. Not only the move by Tommy Davis, Joe, but for Damon Hammond, gets himself into a transfer spot. The caution flag comes out, and then he's able to dart his way up onto the podium. Lights are going out, code red up on the point, Banker in on the outside. Here comes the 28 out onto the racetrack of Tucker. We're set, green flag, racing once again here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1, up on the top part of the racetrack, it is Cody Tidwell. Chris Morris down on the bottom. Back straightaway they go. The 50 car, Guillaume, is down on the inside. 4-car battle. McSpadden makes his way into the 5th spot. Trouble out of turn number 4. Car number 50 down to the bottom of the racetrack, but everybody gathers it in and we stay clean and green.
Cody Tidwell figured out the fastest way around the track is right around the top side, right on the lip. But Chris Morris down on the bottom trying to make that car work, followed by Don Baker. McSpadden, Gilliam. The Code Red is right now out front walking the dog. He had a good showing last week at I-37, started deep in the field, ran 3rd on the night, was up to 2nd at one point till we had a caution and he got put back to the back a little bit. But Code Red, that car looks good out front. Chris Morris has started to move up the track a little bit now, but Don Baker's holding his own right there in 3rd place.
Big battle on the racetrack right there is for 3rd as Banker holds on. There's Gilliam down on the bottom out of turn number 4. past the start-finish line. Raymond McSpadden taking a peek up on the top side. Three-car battle right there, side by side. Gilliam down on the bottom. Don Banker up on the top side. This is your battle for third. Gilliam sticks it down on the bottom of the racetrack. McSpadden right there plants it down at the bottom. Loses lots of ground. Here's Gilliam down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 1. Out of turn number 2 they go. And it continues to be up at the front of the pack. Cody Tidwell leading. In hot pursuit is Chris Morris in the 94.
Cody Tidwell still out front. Chris Morris is searching high, searching low, trying to find some bite in the track, but it's just right there on the top side. It's a momentum track right now, right around the top side. Matt Gilliam, who's half spun earlier on and went to the back, is now currently running in third and running down the leaders. I don't think there's enough laps left. There's only one left, two laps to go, but he is finding a groove and trying to close up on the leaders now.
Not much time left in this one. Up at the front of the pack, it's Cody Tidwell, car number 17. Chris Morris is there in the 94. This time by, white flag in the air. One more time around for your race leader, Cody Tidwell, as he will guide the field down into turn number 1. He leads by 4 car lengths. Back straightaway they go, 1 car in front of him. That's Askew in the 7. Here's Tidwell. Here comes Morris down on the bottom. Morris going to take a run. He points it up the track. Checkered flag in the air. Cody Tidwell wins it over Chris Morris. Gilliam will come home third, followed by the 28 car of Gabe Tucker. Everybody transfers into the main event. Good run at the end of the race right there by Morris. Joe, he took a deep run in there, but he takes it right up the track, and it's Code Red that takes it home.
All right, lights are going out this time. We're about to go modified racing here at Heart of Texas Speedway.
That's pretty impressive. On the shake, it's going to be John White and Kevin Green. You got 2 feature race winners here in 2021. Season 55 guiding the field around as they head into the start zone. We're set. Green flag racing once again here at Heart of Texas. John White, big move. He'll take him down into turn number 1. Green up on the top side. 3 wide battle out of turn number 2. Onto the back straightaway they go. Wes Dulock right there in the 88. Here's William Gold down to the bottom. A little bit of contact out of turn number 4. Car number 8J. John White leads him down into turn number 1.
William Gold, Billy G trying to make it work on the bottom side there. Put a little slider job there on the old 88. Now he's up into third place. See if he can get up on the top side now and chase down the leaders. But right now it's the 8J of John White out front, followed by Kevin Green and William Gold in third place.
He got some kind of good battle back there for the third spot as William Gold right there in that number 60. Willie G trying to hold on. Here comes the number 88 of Wes Dulock, hot on his heels. Now they start to string it out. Front of the pack beginning to tighten up with the 8J of John White as John White holding on. But here comes Kevin Green in the 5 out of turn number 4. That is lap number 4. 10-lap heat race here for your IMCA Modifieds. Kevin Green trying to take a peek down on the bottom. Back straightaway they go. John White, 1 car length advantage. Kevin Green follows him. They rim right around the top of the racetrack. Halfway home this time by. 5 down, 5 to go.
Kevin Green trying to try something there on John White, but just can't make it work. Got halfway down, halfway to go. Close that gap up. William Gould up on the top side there, letting her eat on the top side. Kevin Green trying on the bottom. Oh, John White bobbled a little bit. That lets Green get underneath him, driving down the back straightaway. And it's going to be Kevin Green coming to lap number 7.
Kevin Green, your winner on opening night here at Heart of Texas Speedway. John White, your winner on night number 2. They race up at the front of the pack. It is a 2-car length advantage onto the back straightaway for the driver of car number 5, Kevin Green. This time by 2 laps to go for your race leader as the field. Top 2 cars starting to stretch out from the track. Willie G riding back in third. Back straightaway they go, Joe. But it looks like it is Kevin Green up at the front of the pack as they make their way down one more time around.
Kevin Green, he knows how to get around this racetrack and he knows how to go fast. So right through the middle right there, followed by John White and William Gould right there, your top 3, and then Dulock in 4th.
Here they come out of corner number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Kevin Green will win it here in heat race number 2 for your IMCA Modifieds. John White comes home second, followed by William Gould, and rounding out the top 4, Wes Dulock in your IMCA Modified. So it is Kevin Green taking care of business here tonight, and Green wins heat race number 2 in your Modifieds. John Friedrich up on the point, Allison Morris on the outside, Schippler, Essenberg, 8 laps to go here in heat race number 1 for your iStocks. On the gas in the start zone. Here we go. We're racing into heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1. Friedrich down on the bottom, side by side. A little bit of contact right there. Morris trying to hang on. Here comes J.O.B. They're stacked 4 wide. Onto the back straightaway. Friedrich all up on the top side. Here's Burden. Burden way up there. Trouble turn number 4 as they stack them up, Joe. My goodness, you got 3 of them all turned together. But we stay green onto the back straightaway they go. John Friedrich up at the front of the pack. But those 3 cars still parked down at the bottom of the racetrack. And that was Carnival bumper cars right there in turn number 4. They stack them all up, and there's the aftermath.
We'll see if we're going to let that fly or not. Well, let's see.
Yeah, I don't think so. No way. That's not going to work right there. As they go down into turn number 3, they get on the gas. You want to, I think the word that we can use for that one is discombobulated, is exactly what you saw the field doing right there. So we're going to gather him back in. It is John Friedrich there on the point. He will be the one that starts the race. Remember, we're still on that original start, so they're going to have to work it in that start zone.
They got it this time. Here we go. John Friedrich out front.
Green and going. Off we go. 3 wide down into turn number 1. Up to the top of the racetrack. Daniel Schippler onto the back straightaway they go. Dustin Mooney down to the inside. The 5M is your leader. Here's Schippler up on the top side. Friedrich, Joe O'Brien, hold on. They loop it out of turn number 4. John Friedrich into 17. You got 2 cars tied up down there. Let's see if we stay clean and green. I think we will. I think everybody's going to get rolling. No, we got 1 rolling. Caution flag ways on the racetrack. You get 2 of them tied up there. You had the 17s, Joe. You had Friedrich and Burden that get mixed up down there. Still only 1 lap complete here in your iStock heat race number 1. So Mooney's going to take them down. They double stack behind him. Waco restart coming up right here. Mooney down into turn number 3. Schippler is there on the inside of that second row. 7 laps to go here for your iStocks. On the gas, green flag. We're racing once again. Dustin Mooney out of turn number 4. Schippler will settle in. Here comes Joe O'Brien down on the inside. Jason Batt down on the bottom. Friedrich is right there out of turn number 2. Now they start to string it out down the back straightaway. Front of the pack, it is Mooney. Here's Jason Batt way down at the bottom of the racetrack. Straight exit out of the corner. But up at the top, it is Shipley in the 38 car.
Jason Batt crap fishing right around the bottom of the tires. A lot of times that doesn't work, but that is working for Jason Batt. Up to 3rd place right now. Now he's diving down again, trying to get under Schippler, but it's still Dustin Mooney out front. Schippler, Batt, Joe O'Brien, and Dennis Bissonette is your top 5.
Absolutely. Onto the back straightaway they go. The only bottom feeder that you have on the racetrack right now is Bissonette there in the 07D as he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Halfway home this time by. Way up the track. Goes to 38 of Schippler, and he gathers it back in, but he loses a lot of ground right there, Joe. But watch that 07. Here's Bissonette rim riding around the bottom of the track.
Yeah, Schippler skated up there a little bit, bobbled a little bit, and that let him all go by. He got out of line, and Dustin Mooney, Jason Batt, Joe O'Brien, Dennis Bissonette, but it's a great race right there for 4th place. O'Brien right up on the top side, letting it hang on the cushion. Dennis Bissonette catfishing right around the bottom. Let's see, he's going to put it down on the bottom side there. Let's see if he can make the car turn right around the tires. Track is slicking off to 3 and 4. O'Brien still got your third place there with 2 to go.
Jason Batt out of turn number 2. He lifts up that left front. Caution flag on the racetrack. Allison Morris right between turns 3 and 4, and now we're going to gather him back in. We're going to stack him up once again, and you saw it right there. Jason Batt out of turn number 2. That left front was probably about 4 feet up in the air.
Dustin Mooney out front, Jason Batt, Joe O'Brien, Dennis Bissonette is your top 4. Let's see what happens. It should be fun.
Oh my goodness, going to get racy right here in iStock heat race number 1 with a couple of laps to go. Half a mile to settle it. Here's Mooney on the gas. Green flag, we're off and racing once again. Mooney will guide the field gently down into turn number 1. Jason Batt down on the bottom of the racetrack. Now he's a bottom feeder. Back straightaway they go. Look at Mooney up on the top side. He'll take 1 car length. Bissonette down at the bottom. Joe, white flag in the air one more time around.
I think Jason Batt kind of gave up there a little bit and said, I'm just going to cruise out here and protect my business. But if you see down in 1 and 2, he goes to the bottom, but in 3 and 4, he gets up on the top side. There is just nothing down there on the bottom side. But here it comes, coming to the checkered flag here. Heat race to Number 1 winner, Dustin Mooney, followed by Jason Batt, Joe O'Brien, and Dennis Bissonette.
Fantastic race right there for your iStocks. Good run for the 9 of Bat as he's able to make it up, but you got to like that win right there for Dustin Mooney in the M5. He as well, Joe. He's had a rough go here in 2021. You got to know that heat race. Any kind of win is really good for your confidence and morale right there.
Kirkpatrick, you got Norman, you got Abby, you got Merritt, you got Good, you got Harcrow. All of these guys have won features, and they're all starting deeper in the pack. So let's see what happens. Green flag racing.
Good was your winner last week. Here we go. Marcus Harcrow, front of the pack. Trouble there. Smith in the 57 does not get going, but we are off and rolling. Here's David Good. Yellow flag's going to come out there. Inadvertent starting right there. So Good goes to the lead. He's got to be thinking, is this deja vu? Because he went to the, that's a lot like he won last week here. We're going to try it once again. We got them all back in line. Still 8 laps to go. iStock heat race number 2. It is Smith and Marcus Harcrow out of turn number 4. Here they come. We're ready to go. Green flag, racing it hot. Drag race down into turn number 1. Marcus Harcrow up on the top side. He lets it drift, takes it down the backstretch. Look at that whole shot move. Marcus Harcrow, they tie it up behind him. Kenny Merritt right there in the 18, little bit of bumper tag. Here's Jeffrey Abbey coming. The battle is for second. Down to the inside, 47-25. We got a spinner at turn number 4. Let's see if we stay under green. That car is off and rolling. Look at that battle. 3 wide back behind him.
4 wide down the back straightaway, and that is what Marcus Harcrow likes. He says, y'all keep battling out. I can't even call all the cars because they're 3 and 4 wide. David Good Jr., Benji Kirkpatrick, Jeffrey Abbey. That's your top 4 right there, laid out by Marcus Harcrow. But what a race right through the middle. You can throw a blanket over the top 5.
Here they come out of turn number 4 once again. The 47-25, Benji Kirkpatrick holding on to the 3rd spot. David Good Sr. right there. Jeffrey Abbey coming in the 37. Heartbreak here last week for Jeffrey Abbey. It looked like he might win the iStock race. Was not able to do it. Here's Kirkpatrick down on the inside. Halfway home this time by David Good Sr. on the top. They race it down the front straightaway. David Good leads that mad battle right there. 3-car fight with Kirkpatrick, Abbey, and Good.
3-car battle for second, third, fourth, and 5th. I tell you what, it is a race right there. You got Bang and Benchy on the bottom side. You got David Good on the outside, and you got Jeffrey Abbey just looking for anywhere to go that they aren't. They just can't get behind, but you got Marcus Harcrow out front, still just leading everybody all the way around the racetrack. Bang and Benchy on the bottom side, hugging the tires right around there. David Good up on the top side. Give it to Bang and Benchy for second place with 2 laps to go.
What a mad battle you have right there for that second spot. Here's Kirkpatrick. Good's going to go to the top side. White flag in the air. One more time around for Marcus Harcrow as he leads by half a straightaway. Up to the top of the track goes Kirkpatrick. Side by side down into turn number 1. Here is Abbey. Abbey trying to make it stick down on the bottom. Good on the top side. Side by side. That's your battle for 3rd. Out of turn number 4. It is Marcus Harcrow winning it. Here comes Benji Kirkpatrick at the line. Give it to David Good Sr., followed by Jeffrey Abbey.
Don't overlook the fact that Bang and Benji came from 9th place, started 9th place to run 2nd right there. Abbey from place 8 to run 4th. That's some good racing right there, boys and girls. 22 cars, 20 laps. We got some fast cars in the middle. Let's get it done.
Main event time, Heart of Texas Speedway. Green flag in the air. We are off and racing. Down into turn number 1 they go. Derek Cates on the inside. Shannon Duloc on the top. They shake it out onto the back straightaway. Cates, a little bit of an advantage. Here's Duloc coming back on the top side. Duloc working way up on the top. Cates will go around. Duloc trying to hold on in front of the pack. Carnage at turn number 4. Big time action happening down there. Billy Vest coming down, working, rim riding. He was a bottom feeder there on the racetrack, Joe, and they come around. The leaders get tied up. Oh, man, that's heartbreak for Billy Vest.
Billy Vest, Duloc.
We're going to try it once again. Light is flashing now. The light goes off. We're set. We've lost a couple of contenders. We're ready to go once again. Got the guest flag man again. Green flag. We're off and racing to Heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1. They barrel in the 5G. up at the front of the pack. Here they head onto the back straightaway. Check out this side-by-side action, almost going 3 wide. A little bit of a shove right there from Jeremy Oliver to the front of the car. And they barrel down into turn number 1, side-by-side behind the leader. And we got trouble at turn number 4.
We got it going though. We kept it clean and green to 5 with Brett Alden down the back straightaway is leading the way. But here we go to the Jeremy Oliver right there in second place, but green still on the outside.
Michael Bowles is right there. Onto the back straightaway they go. It is the 82 of Jeremy Oliver showing the way up on the top side. It's Arden down at the bottom. Michael Bowles out of turn number 4. They flash by lap number 3 in the books. The battle is side by side. The 40 car down on the bottom. The 5G up on the top side. Back straightaway they go. Knocking on the back door. Here's Michael Gannett as we got one turn sideways right in front of the pack out of turn number 4. Looks like the 46 car gets turned sideways. And that is Time Miracle. Boy, I'll tell you what, there is no sicker feeling than sitting right there when that field is coming down at you.
Holder out there on the front straightaway. He's about to set him straight.
Yep, here he comes out. It's going to be pretty clear right here as he makes his way out. He's going to walk right up to him. Off the track. Is that the 07?
Nah, but, well.
Hell, 2 of them went off.
We got 3 for 1. We're running a 3 for 1 on black flags tonight here at Heart of Texas Speedway.
I think they're both confused. So Kennard goes off the track.
5M says that wasn't me. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm good. Robert Scrivener, John Grobe up on the top side. 3 laps complete, 17 laps to go here in your factory stock main event here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Setting the pace, Jeremy Oliver brings the field down. Green flag! We're racing once again here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Oliver on the gas, 1 car length advantage down into turn number 1. Michael Bowles right there. Arden right behind him. Side-by-side battle. Grove up on the top side. Kyle Wilkins down on the bottom. Scrivener right there. Right behind them is Gannett. Up to the track goes Oliver. Out of turn number 4. Here they come making their way by. Car number 40 riding in that second spot. That's Michael Bowles. Let's see if he can make a move.
Oliver up on the top side going through 3 and 4. And Bowles is diving to the bottom earlier, but there's just nothing down there to grip onto it, so he just follows suit right on the top side. 4 laps down, 16 laps to go. Oliver, Bowles, Brett Alden, John Grove, Scrivener, Hopkins, Wilkins, your top 7.
Here's Scrivener down to the inside. He makes a pass, and he will go to the 4th spot. This time by 56 car off the racetrack. Oliver up on the point. Michael Bowles right there. It's a shakeup back there behind him. Man on the move right now is Ryan Hopkins. Hopkins up on the top side. John Grove right there. Look at that move. Here's Hopkins. Hopkins, a little bit of bumper tag right there to the back of Grove. He'll settle back in. He'll go to the top. He rim rides it around out of corner number 4. Down the front straightaway. Nice move right there for Ryan Hopkins as he rides in P5.
Ryan Hopkins started way deep in the pack, and he's the only guy running the top side of 1 and 2, but he's found something up there. He's gone from deep last in the pack to top 5. We got a spinner in the middle of 3 and 4. Let's see, we're gonna go caution, caution, caution.
John Grove there at turn number 4 with the spin. And I got to tell you, Joe, we're talking about it right there. The car to watch is Ryan Hopkins. Hopkins is the only one that's going up to the top shelf. And as he's done that, he has made his way into the 5th position. And you got to watch with everybody working at the bottom of the racetrack or at the middle. With Hopkins up on the top, he's found something right there. He has been good here in 2021 at Heart of Texas. Let's see if he can hold it off. On the gas, here we go. Green flag, 8 laps complete. Down the front straightaway, they barrel down. Into turn number 1, it is Oliver taking the field. Bottom of the racetrack is Oliver. Oh, look at that dust up behind him. Down to the inside, here's Michael Bowles at the quarter panel. Into turn number 3, they settle it back. Back at the top of the racetrack once again. Ryan Hopkins making it work on the top shelf. Down the front straightaway they go. Oliver diamonds it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Side-by-side battle. There's Scrivener. Here's the 4 car down to the bottom as he finds a way. Crosses it down to the bottom. They're side-by-side. Out of turn number 4. 3 wide. We're halfway home here in this feature race.
Ryan Hopkins doing everything I said he wouldn't do. Now he's right on the bottom, catfishing all the way around, letting that horsepower pulling him out of the bottom of 1 and 2. Currently in third and trying to get past Bowles for second. But all out front is Jeremy Oliver out front. But here it comes. Ryan Hopkins, Bowles, Scrivener, your top four.
Ryan Hopkins rim routing around the racetrack, and now he goes to the bottom, down to the inside of Michael Bowles. Back straightaway is the action, the battle for second position. Here's Scrivener in car number 1 in the 1ST, but up at the top of the racetrack now, going back to the top shelf. It's Ryan Hopkins down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now he'll try to make it stick. Back straightaway they go. Fastest car on the racetrack. Oh, trouble turn out of turn number 4. They bring it around. Here we go, Joe. Oliver has it, but here comes Ryan Hopkins in car number 4.
Oliver's out front right now, but Ryan Hopkins is closing that gap second by second by second. He's looking for a caution. He wants a caution, but we're getting up into lap cars right now. Let's see if Oliver can slice and dice through those lappers, and let's see if Ryan Hopkins can close that gap and maximize and get past Oliver.
You got Maldred right there in the 5. Up in front of him, he got the 91 car. As the leaders make their way in, one of the lappers spins out. Everybody up to the top side. Jeremy Oliver continues to hold on, but here comes that 5 car. What a run through the field for Ryan Hopkins. Out of turn number 2, caution flag. Caution flag on the racetrack. Has a little bit of a dust up at turn number 4. The 5M of James Manfred gets tied up. But Joe, the story of this race, the drive of Ryan Hopkins, now he is going to be right on the back bumper. Jeremy Oliver to the pits, leader to the pits. Car number 82 off the racetrack, and this race has drastically changed. Now to the front of the pack is Ryan Hopkins.
Wow.
14 laps complete on the gas. Here we go, green flag. Can Ryan Hopkins hold on? He has moved up 18 spots here on the field. The battle happening behind him. Scrivener in the first. On the backside, here is Bowles side by side. Ryan Hopkins, 2-car length advantage as he works up on the top of the racetrack. What a drive out of turn number 4. One more time around, that car is sticking up on the top side. And it's just so amazing to watch him. He goes from the top of the racetrack down to the bottom. Just a great drive. Scrivener up on the top side. Here's Gannett down on the bottom. Gannett is right there. Arden right there. They stack it up down at the bottom of the racetrack. They make their way around down the front straightaway. 3 wide. Up at the top of the racetrack. The 37. Big time move right there from James Schoenrock. Schoenrock up on the top side. Caution flag on the racetrack. Caution flag on the racetrack to 46. This time the 46, a time miracle. That's his second spin in that same spot. As the caution flag comes out that time by, lights are out. He's set to go at any point. Oh, look at that, going down to the inside is Bowles. Ready to go, on the gas, green flag. We're racing here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1. It is a great start once again by Ryan Hopkins. Side by side, the battle happening right there behind him. Back straightaway they go, down to the inside. Michael Bowles on the inside. Scrivener up on the top side. They shake it up behind him. Down to the bottom. Here is Bowles trying to make it stick. Too much drive off the corner. And it's Ryan Hopkins down into turn number 1. You gotta love the way that he is navigating this racetrack here tonight. As you check in on Speed Pass, it is Ryan Hopkins from the 19th starting position. He has held off every contender. 2 laps to go this time by. Hopkins, side-by-side battle happening right there behind him. It is the 40 of Michael Bowles down on the inside. Drag racing down the back straightaway. The 1ST, the first of Robert Scrivener up on the top side. White flag in the air. Quarter of a mile to go this time by for your race leader, Ryan Hopkins, as he clicks off a 16.853 lap. 3-car length lead on the back straightaway. Steady Eddie right here, heading to Heart of Texas Speedway victory lane. Ryan Hopkins wins it in your factory stocks. Robert Scrivener comes home second. Michael Bowles, Brett Arden, and James Schoenrock round out your top 5 here tonight at Heart of Texas Speedway. What a fantastic drive for this driver right here. Ryan Hopkins from position number 19 all the way to the front.
Y'all give it up, Ryan Hopkins. Come up here so it works. All right. So, I think he's undressing. All right. What happened in the heat race?
I don't know. I shouldn't have took last week off, I guess.
Oh, I thought you broke.
No.
Okay, you just sucked.
Yeah.
Well, you went from 19 to a winner tonight, so that's not sucking in a feature, is it?
I had to make up for it somehow.
Dude, I tell you what, that car went anywhere you wanted it to go. Top side, bottom side, it didn't matter. You were passing cars. Dude, you're breathing kind of hard.
Yeah. I was on the wheel.
He was up on the wheel. All right, who do you want to thank tonight?
Man, I got to thank my wife, Jennifer, my kids. Let me work on this thing night after night. Jeff Shepard, Michael White, Trey Votal. You know, I keep this thing at Jeff's shop. We work on it every night. I need to thank Hagen Chassis, Fat Daddy's Designs, Chestnut's Boutique, Showtime, Premier Gentlemen's Club, Dustin Davidson Racing, Leo's Plastering, Spot On Tires, and Chris Grusendorf, Clint Howard. And if I missed you, I'm sorry.
If you missed him, send him some hate mail. Here's your
Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Jenkins. Here's your factory stock winner, the number 4, Ryan Hopkins.
Outlaw Street Stocks on the back straightaway, and those heat races were really, really good. What a drive there by Hopkins. As you see him getting that picture right there. Good stuff right there. Southern Sass, all of those pictures available immediately. Let's do it. 15 laps to go. Outlaw Street Stocks. Green flag. We're off and going. Down into turn number 1 up on the top side. It's going to be Wade White. Wade White working at the top of the racetrack. David Corey down on the inside. Side by side. Here's Jeff Williams down on the inside. Now they go single file down on the inside. Way up to the top. Kirkpatrick, they bottleneck it up behind him. You got about 5 of them turned sideways. It's going to be tough to get all of those rolling. Once again, there is a caution flag. Caution flag on the racetrack as they get tied up back there, Joe. And I'll tell you, the one car that I see there, it's the 714, that's McVaney.
Should be some good racing. Lights are going to go out. They're coming in, Mr. Kevin, right now. Wade White said, let's go.
Wade White with the headlights. Here we go. Green flag. We're off and going down into turn number 1. Whole shot move. Wade White, 1 car length down into the corner. David Corey sitting right there in that second place. Here's a 71 car. Tommy Kirkpatrick riding in 3rd. Up to the top of the racetrack. That is Williams. Williams trying to find a spot. Here is Cody Daniel down on the bottom in the 76S. They battle down into turn number 1. Wade White still in the front of the racetrack. 3 wide down at the bottom of the racetrack. Here's Cody Daniel. Williams trying to hang on. Oh my God, Joe is getting tight. Way up over the top out of turn number 4.
Yeah, there's a fine line between riding the top rim and then going over in a drink on the top of 3 and 4, and that's about where we were there. But it seems that 716 is off pace. 716 is broke. See if we can get him going now. There he goes back out on the track, but it's going to be Wade White, Kirkpatrick, Corey, Cody Daniel, and Drew Garcia, your top 5.
It looked like that 716 car right there. Voto, he had a little bit of contact there with Jerry Friedrich. Up at the front of the pack, way to the top of the racetrack. Here they come around once again. Wade White continuing to pace the field down into turn number 1. Tommy Kirkpatrick, David Corey, Cody Daniel, Drew Garcia. And what a drive for Drew Garcia all the way from the back of the pack. And here's Garcia riding in the 5th spot as they make their way down. This is lap number 6. 15 lap main event here for your Outlaw Street Stocks. Single file down into turn number 1. Hot spot on the racetrack is your battle for 3rd. David Corey right there. Cody Daniel, Drew Garcia trying to find a spot. Garcia to the top side as we go halfway home.
Halfway down, halfway to go. Wade White still out front with Kirkpatrick and Corey and Cody Daniel and Drew Garcia right there following on his tails. We're about to get into some lap traffic. Let's see if Wade White can slice and dice his way through that. We got the slow car number 18 on the front straightaway. He's off. Wade White now catching up to the 01. Lap traffic with Tommy Kirkpatrick right there on his tail. Let's see if we can get by him without any incident.
Wade White trying to get around Bo and Luke Duke right here as they make their way down the front straightaway. Duke boys go up to the top side. Here's Wade White down at the bottom of the racetrack. Tommy Kirkpatrick is coming in the car number 71. 1 car length advantage. Kirkpatrick down at the bottom of the racetrack, way up to the top of the racetrack. The battle happening right here at the front of the pack. That's lap number 10. 5 laps to go this time by. Tommy Kirkpatrick down on the inside. Kirkpatrick with the drive at the bottom of the racetrack. Wade White up on the top. Kirkpatrick trying to make it stick as he is down way at the flat part of the racetrack. Here they come around. Wade White cuts him off.
Wade White finally gets back to the bottom side. 1 and 2 has been really heavy on the bottom side. 3 and 4 is up on the top side, and Wade White kind of got pushed out of that group. But now we got a lapper car coming right now. Let's see if he can jump up on the top side, but let's see if he gets down on the bottom of 1 and 2, because that's where you're going to make or break this deal right now. Wade White gets through the middle right there around the 714, but Kirkpatrick down on the inside. Wade White up on the top side with the lapper stuck right in the middle.
Did a great job of using that lap car as a pick out of turn number 4. Wade White now dives down, and we've got trouble on the racetrack. Looked like we might have some debris on the racetrack. Everybody heading down to turn number 1. Oh yes, James Honish. James Honish has come to a stop sideways up at the top of the pit road entrance. So I think Honish may have slid and went straight up the racetrack, and he is blocking the pit road entrance. So that is a caution flag. Here we are. We get him back in line.
I think it's 15. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw 15. This says 20. So I don't know. We'll see. We're about to find out. On the gas. Here we go. Wade White stomps it. We are racing green and going here at Heart of Texas Speedway. 4 wide as they make their way down the front straightaway. Way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Drew Garcia. They tangle it all up. Friedrich way up the hill. Drew Garcia is going to crank it down. Sitting down at the bottom of the racetrack, Tommy Kirkpatrick. The 714 is parked down at the bottom. Here's your leader, Wade White, making his way around, and that right there, Joe, that right there is a bonsai move down into turn number 1. And you get everybody tied up. The loser on that deal is Tommy Kirkpatrick. Right out of the second spot, he's sitting down on the apron. Body can get it down on the bottom and get the grip down there. They might have something for White here at the end of this one.
Yeah, the last restart, Wade White pushed way up high, but he had enough momentum to keep the run down the front straightaway. So I bet he doesn't do that again.
Here we go, green flag on the gas once again. We are racing here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Wade White down at the bottom of the racetrack. Much better restart, side by side. Drew Garcia. There is the 76 of Cody Daniel. They go wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. 76S down on the bottom. Up on the top side, the 9G. 2 laps to go this time by. Wade White once again. Look at that battle for second. Garcia on the top side. Cody Daniel down on the bottom. Wheel to wheel, door handle to door handle, onto the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 right here at historic Heart of Texas Speedway. Down the front straightaway. White flag in the air. Wade White will bring him down. Garcia makes his way down into second. Cody Daniel right there. He 3 wheels it off at turn number 2. Back straightaway they go. Daniel's going to try to take another stab. Garcia hanging on at second. Checkered flag in the air this time by. Follow the headlights. Wade White is your winner in the Outlaw Street Stocks. Drew Garcia, Cody Daniel, David Corey, and able to get it into 5th is Greg Andrews in the 8A.
There he is, Wade White, your street stock winner, number 68. Buddy Wade White, I'm going to call you out. Two cautions ago, you kind of let it push up there a little bit. I noticed you didn't let that happen again, though.
Oh, no, I had to go in there and stop the brake and make a turn, but I figured it out. That track's a little tricky down there than it is down here.
That's what I've been saying. It's a little tricky down at 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, you got it. But,
yeah.
Man, great run. Car's fast. It's on the rail. Anybody want to thank?
I want to thank all my sponsors, my wife, Stephanie, and Annabelle. She come to watch us tonight. All my fans in the stands and everybody that helps me on the car. Thank y'all.
Hey, y'all give it up for Annabelle down here in the winner's circle.
All right, ready to go take a picture by the car? All right.
We got some haters. We got some lovers. It's great. I love this deal. Yo, buddy.
That's what it's all about right there, as it is Wade White parking it in victory lane. Here we go, the lights are off. It is Allen and Starnes getting us set. 25 laps to go. DFW Crate Late Models. Green flag, we're racing here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. or Heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1. Chase Allen, side by side, the battle behind him. Daniel down on the inside as he makes a pass on the 25 of Little Robbie Starnes. Here they go. Now they go single file. Stephen Whitaker down on the inside. Whitaker in the 89 seat trying to find a move. Whitaker will get back in line. Whitaker goes down to the inside. He makes a pass on Little Robbie Starnes. Now they go single file, side by side as they race for position number 5.
Chase Allen out front, but Stephen Whitaker Jr. running up to 3rd place right now with Starnes right there on the Patrick Daniel on the inside. Caution. We got 2 piled up in 3 and 4. So we'll restack them, repack them, but I tell you what, Chase Allen is moving around that racetrack, but Patrick Daniel and Stephen Whitaker Jr. getting up there pretty quick.
Gotta love having these late models right here at Heart of Texas Speedway. We are set. Chase Allen brings the field down into turn number 3. In the birdcage, we're set. Green and going, off we go. Down into turn number 1. They battle down. Chase Allen down at the bottom of the racetrack, side by side. Daniel, here comes Whitaker. He's going to try to take it down to the bottom of the racetrack. There is the 25 of Starnes. Honeycutt down to the bottom of the racetrack. Caden Honeycutt trying to make a pass right there. He will go into position number 5. Hung up on the outside. Dean Abbey trying to work way at the top of the racetrack. Back straight away they go. Action all the way back. 1 car off the racetrack right there. Up at the front of the pack. Chase Allen brings him around.
Chase Allen out front, followed by Patrick Daniels, Stephen Whitaker Jr. You saw Whitaker go to the top side a couple laps ago, but now he's gone back to the bottom side. He figured that was a faster way around on the bottom side. But now he's right through the middle of the track and Daniels right up on the top side of the track. Caution.
Oh, you got 3 of them tied up there at turn number 1.
Come on, guys. You got like 14-inch wide tires. Let's keep these cars up underneath us. It's easy for me to yell at them from up here, right?
For sure. Yeah.
I'm not behind the wheel. I'd
Nothing
be making
to it,
all kinds of little circles, but I'm like, come on.
21 to go as we get ready to roll. Here's Chase Allen, top of the racetrack. Whitaker up on the top side, Daniel on the bottom. Green flag, we're racing once again. Here they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway they go as they stack it up behind him. Chase Daniel on the bottom. Stevie Whitaker down on the inside. Whitaker running about a half a car length behind. Here's Whitaker down to the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway they go. Once again, Chase Allen, side by side battle back there for that 4th position. It begins to heat up.
You can see that Whitaker wants to try a slider, but he just doesn't have enough momentum to make it stick, and he's not going to wreck them both. But Whitaker on the bottom side, Chase Allen on the top side. But I tell you what, the move right there was by Starnes. Got on the bottom side, dug it out of the hole, and just had a great shot to get up there to 3rd place. Chase Allen out front with Stephen Whitaker, followed by Starnes.
We talked about Robbie Starnes. He had slipped back just a tad bit right there at the beginning of the race, but he is back on track, coming down to the bottom of the racetrack. Car number 10, that is Caden Honeycutt. He has made his way up to 4th. He stays right in the tire tracks of Starnes. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway they go. As you check in on Speed Pass, raceontexas.com. Back straightaway they go. It is Robbie Starnes in the 25. Here's Caden Honeycutt trying to follow his tracks up the top side of the racetrack. Chase Allen continues to lead. Down the front straightaway, they zoom into turn number 1. Stephen Whitaker in hot pursuit in that 2nd spot.
The track is starting to progress now, where it's everybody on the bottom of 1 and 2, and everybody right on the top of 3 and 4, just letting it rip right around the lip on the top of 3 and 4. But Chase Allen is just so smooth and so fast right around the bottom side. Whitaker's right there, but we're about to get into some lappers. Let's see what happens when we get into lap traffic now, as Chase Allen is starting to close the gap. Chase Allen, Whitaker, Starnes, Honeycutt, top 4.
Working our way towards the halfway point here in this 25-lap main event. Lots of lap traffic there in front of the leaders as they make their way out of turn number 4. Continues to be Chase Allen holding on. Almost a second behind the 89C of Stephen Whitaker. Onto the back straightaway they go. That lap traffic sitting right in front of the leaders as they make their way down, navigating out of turn number 4. Down to the inside. Chase Allen, tremendous move as he makes a pass there. But Billy Mizell, trouble out of turn number 4. Stephen Whitaker, the 2nd place car, T-bones that 99 car of Nate Jantz as they were trying to slice and dice through the traffic. Jantz loses the grip and Stevie Whitaker right into the front. And Whitaker was on a mission right there, Joe. You hate to see that for that second place car. Leaders off the track. Chase Allen is down on pit road. He is out of the race car. Looks like it's curtains tonight for Chase Allen in the 130.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He cleared everybody. Amazingly, it was close, but he cleared. But I believe he is unbuckling and getting. Yeah, Chase Allen is out of the race car. So that's going to put Robbie Starnes to the front. I don't know if it's a mechanical problem there for Chase Allen or what, but he is out of the race car. So our top two out of the race within about 30 seconds of each other.
Here we go, officially 12 laps complete, working towards the halfway point. Here we go, green flag at Heart of Texas Speedway. DFW Crate Late Models down into turn number 1, down on the bottom of the racetrack. Honeycutt right there, onto the back straightaway they go, powering down to the back straightaway. 25, Robbie Starnes. It's Starnes, Honeycutt, the 75 car of Daniel, down the front straightaway, side by side as they race their way in. Dean Abbey. Now they go single file down into turn number 1. Back straightaway as Starnes takes a field down into turn number 3.
Robert Starnes right around the top side and just letting it rip on the lip. Followed closely by the 10 of Caden Honeycutt, Patrick Daniel. Dean Abbey now up to 4th and Chris Bragg now in the top 5. As we were talking about earlier, he's moving up through the field and just making his way. You see Chris Bragg right up there on the top side. He closing that gap to Abbey right now. And they all dive down below. Abbey rotating right through the middle. Chris Bragg underneath Abbey. Gets by Abbey from 4th place down the back straightaway.
Starting to get hot up at the front of the pack. The 25 of little Robbie Starnes is up on the point, but here comes the 10. Trying to find the route is Caden Honeycutt. Onto the back straightaway they go. 2 car lengths down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4 as they rim right around the top of the racetrack. This is lap number 17. 17 out of 25. Down to the bottom of the racetrack they go. Getting tight coming out of the corner. Half a car length. Now stretches it out to 1. Starnes up at the top. Here's Honeycutt as they make their way around. This time by. 2 laps to go this time by. As they dig their way down, they continue to race onto the back straightaway. Here they go down into turn number 3. Starnes up on the top side. Honeycutt is right there. Here comes Patrick Daniel. This is a 20-lap main event. White flag in the air. One more time around. Starnes at the bottom of the racetrack as he puts the heel to the steel on the back straightaway. Top of the racetrack. Honeycutt behind him, followed by Daniel. Checkered flag in the air. Little Robbie Starnes wins it here tonight with your DFW Crate Late Models. Robbie Starnes goes to the front of the pack. I thought we had a 25 lap main event. It was 20, so pardon us for telling you 25.
All right, he's getting out of the car. Your late model winner, 25, little Robert Starnes. No, go ahead. We're gonna change it up. They're gonna take some pictures.
Well, Cade's got to jump in his car.
Cade's got to get some pictures so he can get out there in his car. So. Real quick, right up here on the front stretch, I got Mr. Black Flag, Zach Terry. It's his birthday. Y'all give it up for Zach Terry. He said he got more cheers when he spun out in the modified than he did for his birthday. All right, picture taking's over. Let's go, Robbie. He said, no, I'm hanging on to that. That's mine. I worked hard. We'll get up here. All right, buddy. How'd it feel out there? What a track, huh?
Yeah, track was awesome. Hate for Chase Allen and Steve Whitaker. You know, I kind of lucked into that deal, and yeah, the track was awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and thank everybody for coming out. It was awesome.
Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank 77 Inc., my dad. He owns everything. Keith Starnes, my crew chief. And Marty, he grinds the tires and everything. He does, you know, all the hard work. So
It takes all those hard workers. Here's your late model winner, Little Robbie Sarms. Hey, good job, buddy. Thank you. So lights will be going out. TJ Green going to be leading them to the front.
Here we go. We get them in line. We are set for 20 laps of action. Green flag. We're racing in the heart of Texas Speedway. Down into turn number 1. TJ Green, bottom of the racetrack. Cockburn at the top. Here's Pat McGuire. McGuire taking the peak down on the bottom. Down into turn number 3 they go. Pat McGuire around the bottom of the racetrack. He slips up just a tad bit. Here they come around. TJ Green takes the field down into turn number 1. I think we got one up over the hill, Joe. Here we go. Oh, I'll tell you, that's Rodriguez right there. But we were good. Back up at the front of the pack. Here's TJ Green out of turn number 4. Bottom of the racetrack. They make their way down. The battle is for second. Cockburn in the 601. Pat McGuire in the 9M. And here comes GW Egbert in 4th.
Well, we got a couple of laps under us right now, but the racing is really good. You got Pat McGuire right there in second, along with Big Nasty and Chris Cockburn running third. It's a good race right there up front, but you got TJ Green out front leading the pack.
Look at that big move all the way up to the front of the pack. Caden Honeycutt down at the bottom of the racetrack as he goes down to the inside of Egbert. Oh, a little bit of contact right there down into the corner. Honeycutt into the back of Egbert. Onto the back straightaway they go. Now they go single file on the racetrack. Up at the front of the pack, it is TJ Green continuing to lead the field as now they work down at the bottom of the racetrack. It continues to be Green in the car number 5. Pat McGuire rides in second. Cockburn, there's Honeycutt, and rounding out the top 5, the 717 of GW Egbert.
TJ Green still out front, and with the 9 of Pat McGuire, you got Honeycutt and you got Cockburn right there as your top 4. But 717 coming up now through the field. Let's see how it works out for them all. TJ Green now getting into the lappers, so let's see if we can slice and dice his way through there and keep it all clean and keep it all green. Right around the bottom of the tires in 1 and 2, and they kind of skate up through the middle and let it drift up into the berm of 3 and 4.
Pat McGuire hanging on in that second spot. Here comes Caden Honeycutt, half a car length behind. That is the battle on the racetrack. What a drive for Honeycutt as he started back in position number 11. He now rides in the 3rd spot. Onto the back straightaway they go as he was able to make the move on Egbert. Caution flag on the racetrack. Caution flag on the racetrack. Let's take a look and see what might have happened right there. I'm not exactly sure what we saw. But that yellow flag does wave. TJ Green looking to go back-to-back here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Pat McGuire down on the inside. Caden Honeycutt up on the top side. GW Egbert, Chris Cockburn. Green flag, we're racing here at Heart of Texas. Off they go down the front straightaway. Caden Honeycutt down on the inside. Oh, so close down into the corner. Back straightaway they go. Oh my goodness, look at that side-by-side race. Here's Egbert down to the inside. Up on the top side, Pat McGuire, Cockburn shuffled up to the top side. Here they come making their way down the front straightaway. Up on the top, it is Caden Honeycutt. Back straightaway they go. Honeycutt trying to dig it in up on the top side. TJ Green gets a drive down on the bottom. Green working on the bottom. Rim riding around the top of the racetrack. Halfway home this time by. New leader, Caden Honeycutt. Car number 10 makes his way to the top of the pack. And it's now Caden Honeycutt. You've watched him race in the ARCA Series, in the Southern Super Series on the asphalt side. And now he rides at the top of the pack here at Heart of Texas Speedway in your IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Drops it down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a couple of big contenders back behind him. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here's GW Egbert. Egbert slows it way down at the bottom of the track, trying to make a move. TJ Green settles back in, but it is Caden Honeycutt in the 10. Showing the way at the front of the pack as they make their way around. This is lap number 13.
Caden Honeycutt out there in the front side, TJ Green, followed by GW Egbert. Honeycutt down on the bottom side, ripping around, and now he's up on the top side right there. Egbert gets under TJ Green. There's a train back down the back straightaway. Don't everybody wave at the train. There you go. Thank you very much. Now back to your racing action. Honeycutt, Egbert, Green, Cogburn.
Only right here at Heart of Texas Speedway do you get a train running right behind the racetrack. Here we go, Honeycutt down to the bottom of the racetrack. That is lap number 15 as we work along 5 laps to go down the back straightaway, showing the way. Caden Honeycutt, car number 10, up to the top of the racetrack. 717 GW Egbert holding on in second. TJ Green is your third place car. Honeycutt slicing and dicing, making his way through the pack. Onto the back straightaway they go. This has been Caden Honeycutt making his way all the way up. Here's Honeycutt once again checking off another lap. GW Egbert sits there in that second spot, but it is Honeycutt showing the way here in this race. Final lap traffic coming up in front of it. 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader, car number 10. GW Egbert holding on in second, but it has been Caden Honeycutt. What a run all the way back from the 11th spot. Working down to the inside, working his way through the lappers. White flag in the air, one more time around this time by for your race leader, car number 10, Caden Honeycutt. Continuing to hold on, onto the back straightaway he goes. GW Egbert giving chase, top of the racetrack. Oh, they wad him up out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. And it looks like we do not get the checkered. We do not get the checkered flag as they wad him up out of turn number 4. Here we go, 2 laps to go with your Sport Mods here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Green flag, we're racing once again. They dive it down into turn number 1. Honeycutt, just a great start once again. Honeycutt down to the bottom of the racetrack, onto the back straightaway. Look at that horsepower. He surges down the backstretch. G-Dub's gonna go down to the bottom of the racetrack. White flag in the air, quarter of a mile to go as they make their way down into turn number 1. It's Caden Honeycutt on the gas, and he will head down the back straightaway. He's leaving the field behind. Once again, Egbert down to the bottom of the racetrack. And a big move as the checkered flags wave. It's going to be Caden Honeycutt, GW Egbert, Chris Cogburn, Brandon Garrett, TJ Green. Rounding out your top 5 here in this Sport Mod main event tonight here at Heart of Texas Speedway. 2 great runs out of the car. Caden Honeycutt, he can hear you. We are heading down to Joe Spillman in Heart of Texas Speedway Victory Lane.
Caden Honeycutt out of the race car. You get out of the late model, you jump in the old Sport Mod, start 11th and win it. How's that feel?
Feels amazing. It was definitely a good tune-up for this race, knowing where to run, and I figured the top didn't come in for the Sport Mods, but I ran it when I passed DJ, and I ran it in the rest of the race. But I can't thank Michael, my mom and dad, everybody in my family that showed up tonight. Also appreciate Reality Roofing for KVA and everybody that supports me throughout my racing, and I hope everybody at Car Store was watching tonight. Jason, hope you're watching. Oh man, it's awesome. We're just first night back on it since November, and it's already a rocket.
Good job, buddy. Thank you for being here. Let's have some fun.
Indeed, right there, as Caden Honeycutt talks about, he is racing this year on the Cars Tour in the late model stock cars, racing with Justin Johnson Racing, and he parks it in Victory Lane here tonight at Heart of Texas Speedway. So indeed, well-accomplished young man right there, and he adds another one. Code Red, Cody Tyndall on the inside. On the outside, John White in the AJ. We're ready. 20 laps of racing coming up as we hit the start zone. Green flag. We're racing here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Cody Tidwell takes the field down into turn number 1, way up to the top of the track. Look at Kevin Green up on the top side. 3 wide down the back straightaway, making 4 wide down into the corner. Chris Morris down at the bottom of the racetrack. Driver out of Taylor, Texas, trying to make that move. Cody Tidwell will power ahead and surge to the bottom of the racetrack. They gang it up behind him. Up to the top, Green, fantastic move as he goes to the top of the racetrack, and he races up at the top. Morris is there. Here comes the 28 of Gabe Tucker out of turn number 4 as they race down into turn number 1.
Cody, Tidwell make it work around the bottom side of 1 and 2, but I tell you what, Kevin Green is trying everything he can to make it on the top side of 1 and 2, where everybody else is going to the bottom, but around the top side of 3 and 4 is going to be Cody Tidwell.
On to the back straightaway they go. Cody Tidwell continues to hold the advantage here in this 20-lap IMCA modified main event as they rim ride around the top of the racetrack. Second place car number 28, Gabe Tucker. Tucker is right there. Chris Morris struggling down at the bottom of the racetrack on the gas. Once again, Kevin Green. Now they go single file all the way back to the AJ of John White. William Gold down at the bottom of the racetrack. Guillaume down there in car number 50. Down the front straightaway they go once again. Here comes Gabe Tucker in the 28 as he shoots it off the corner, trying to make it work down the backstretch. Here they come out of turn number 4. Continues to be Cody Tidwell holding on. Second place car, Gabe Tucker, right there, 1 car length behind as they dive it down into turn number 1. Back straightaway they go. 1 car length advantage. They race it down into turn number 3. Kevin Green is in the 3rd spot. Chris Morris, the 50 of Guillaume. Here they come. Guillaume down at the bottom of the racetrack because he's a bottom feeder right there. Everybody else up at the top of the racetrack. Down out of turn number 2. Cody Tidwell holding on up on the top side. 28 of Gabe Tucker. Tucker's going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here they come out of turn number 4. Tidwell on the top side. Tucker down on the bottom. But it's Tidwell. Too much momentum up at the top of the racetrack. Here's Tucker trying to follow him. Onto the back straightaway they go. 1 car length in between them. This time by. Cross flags in the air. We are halfway home right here as everybody goes to the top of the racetrack. Tidwell brings the field around. Car number 50, that's Guillaume trying to work down at the bottom of the racetrack. Tucker slips up and goes up the track. 4 car length advantage down into turn number 3. The 17 car, Tidwell. Tidwell working down at the bottom as they flash by for lap number 11. Onto the back straightaway. Cody Tidwell continues to hold on. It's 3 car lengths. Here they come around. Tidwell brings them around. Lap number 12.
Cody Tidwell still working the top side. Gabe Tucker trying to everything he can to get to the bottom. He just can't get by there. Kevin Green, Chris Morris, Gilliam. That's her top 4, right, the top 5 right there. But Cody Tidwell still out front, leading the way right around the rim, rolling and dicing. 13 down, 7 to go here in the IMCA Modifieds.
Here they go onto the back straightaway. Now Tidwell onto the backstretch. He's going to have a couple of cars in front of him. He's got the 7 car of Askew, the 377 of Donald Banker. Let's see if he's going to have to contend with that as they work their way here on lap number 14. Tidwell, phenomenal race. Now Green down to the bottom of the racetrack. Green's going to try to make a move right there on Gabe Tucker as he is 1 car length behind car number 28 up at the top of the racetrack. Tidwell, this time, 5 laps to go this time by. Your race leader,
Coach Tidwell,
the motor on.
Cody Tidwell now getting in the lap track with the 377 and Don Banker, but gets around the bottom side. Now the 7 car, and here comes Gabe Tucker now closing that gap up a little bit. Let's see if Cody can keep it rolling. 15 down, 5 to go for your leader.
Cody Tidwell out of turn number 2. Back straightaway they go. Gabe Tucker, car number 28, trying to close the gap. Here comes Kevin Green in car number 5. Chris Morris down to the inside. That's your battle for 3rd. Out of turn number 4. Side by side momentarily. Now they stretch it out. Kevin Green down at the bottom of the racetrack. The 94 of Morris in hot pursuit. Back straightaway they go. Cody Tidwell, car number 17. He'll work down to the inside of Steve Askew. This time by. 2 laps to go for your race leader, Cody Tidwell, in car number 17. Guiding the field down into turn number 1. Backstretch they go. 3 car length advantage. Now make it 4 as he goes to the inside of Askew. This time by. White flag in the air. 1/4 mile to go. One more time for Cody Tidwell in car number 17. Here comes that 28 car trying to find something stick at the bottom. Here's Gabe Tucker. Tucker will settle back in for 2nd. This time by. Tidwell up the top of the racetrack. Checkered flag in the air. Cody Tidwell, Gabe Tucker, Chris Morris, and Kevin Green round out your top 4. Racing it down to the end of the race, it is car number 17. Code Red Cody Tidwell's going to park it in victory lane tonight.
There he is. He's out of your car. Your IOSA modified winner, the 17, Cody Tidwell. So, it's always a pleasure to interview my buddies.
Yes, sir.
Man, that was impressive. Were you up? You were up on that wheel.
I was up on that wheel. I saw Gabe about halfway through, and I was like, oh, I better pick it up. Then we ran into the lap cars. I got a little nervous, but I figured if I just kept the car underneath me, I'd be fine.
Nice job on not stepping on your wiener this time, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Who do you want to thank?
I got to thank ACM Services, AMT Concrete, the whole Morris family, my dad, my girlfriend, my mom, Spillman, the O'Briens. I got to thank all y'all for coming out, too. This is awesome. Oh, and JP, GRT by Dow.
Nice job. That's your IMCA modified. That's Cody Tidwell right there.
Cody Tidwell parks it in victory lane here at Heart of Texas Speedway tonight. Final main event on the backstretch as we get set. A reminder, we are back here next Friday night. Friday Night Lights at Heart of Texas Speedway. Season number 55 continues. We would love to see you back out with us. Gates open at 6 o'clock. We race at 8 o'clock right here at Heart of Texas Speedway. iStock's on the backstretch.
Hey, nice job.
All right, here we go. Lights are out. Essenberg brings them down. Green flag. We're racing. Final main event of the night. Down into turn number 1. Essenberg down on the inside. Harker on the top side. Dustin Mooney working on the top. Here comes Jason Batt. David Good Sr. Good right down on the bottom side as he gets to the quarter panel of Essenberg. Up at the top of the racetrack, they come around. Marcus Harko guides the field down the front straightaway to the front of the pack. That fast-moving car, number 29, he steers them around. 3 wide out of turn number 2.
Nobody makes it work better on the bottom than Jason Batt. He takes back the old Texas Thunder Speedway times. Right on the bottom, right on the tires. Let's see if he can make it work. All the way from deep in the pack to second now, Jason Batt. He's just slow and rotating right around the tires. But Marcus Harkrow up there on the top side. We got a spinner around right in the middle of 4. Oh my goodness, right in front of the field. But it is clean, it is green. We are still racing.
What a move, Marcus Harkrow, as he sees that happening. Jason Batt gets out of the gas. Harkrow goes back up to the front of the pack, and it is Harkrow, Batt, the 747-25 of Kirkpatrick, Essenberg, and Friedrich. Here they come side by side down the front straightaway. They dive it down into turn number 1. Batt down on the bottom. Harkrow there. Here comes Kirkpatrick. They got a lapper in front of them. It's a 38 car of Slippler. Oh my goodness. Here they come around, riding around the bottom of the racetrack. Jason Batt leads out loud.
Jason Batt, Marcus Harkrow, the two buddies battling it out, but look right behind Jason Batt. You got the 47-25, the Bang & Benji Kirkpatrick right on their tail, but you got Jason Batt right on the bottom. But now Marcus Harkrow has a clear line up on the top side. Let's see if he can get that momentum going back again. See if he can get that lead back from Jason Batt. But you got Jason Batt, Bang & Benji, and you got Marcus Harkrow, your top 3.
Side-by-side battle there for that second spot. Kirkpatrick down at the bottom. Here they come out of turn number 4. Jason Batt, car number 9, trying to redeem himself after last week. Remember, right here at Heart of Texas Speedway, he and A.J. Dancer get tied up. Slides out down to the bottom. What a pass by Harkrow as he goes up in front of Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick's going to sling it down to the bottom. Here they come out of turn number 4. Kirkpatrick to that second spot, Joe. What a race we have right here up at the front of the pack.
What a move by Marcus Harkrow there. He diamond the corner off and drove underneath Kirkpatrick, but then he couldn't hold. He couldn't hold the line, and he let it skate up, and then gave Benji the line back. But now Jason Batt is getting in the lappers. They're too wide in front of him. So let's see what happens right here as Jason now is up on the top side, getting by, and let's see how he gets through this corner. But here comes Benji Kirkpatrick right on the bottom.
Lots of traffic right there in front of your leader, Jason Batt, next in line. will be the 114 of Thomas Hall Jr. Jason Batt down to the bottom of the racetrack. Onto the back straightaway they go as Jason Batt able to stretch it out. Benji Kirkpatrick coming at him. You're starting to see the brakes go a little bit on the back of that Jason Batt race car. Those rear brakes on car number 9. Is that going to be a factor? Now coming up through the field, it is a 37. Jeffrey Abbey into the 3rd spot. Jeffrey Abbey, Joe, has made his way to the podium.
A little over halfway through now, and Jason Batt is starting to show he's comfortable now. I hate to say it, but his brakes are glowing. That's what Jason Batt does. He trail brakes it coming off, keeps that car underneath him, doesn't let the ass end step out of the car, and that keeps him straight down the front and down the back straightaway. That's what Jason Batt does. I've watched him do it for years over at Abilene Speedway, and that's how he drives. That's where he's most comfortable. Trail brake that car, let it just rotate right around the bottom, drive out. Kirkpatrick, but here comes Abbey now. Abbey up into 3rd place, and he's gaining on Kirkpatrick as we speak.
Working lap number 14, we stay clean and green. Jason Batt able to hold on. Here's Kirkpatrick in the 47.25. Now up to the top of the racetrack. Jeffrey Abbey, car number 37. Onto the back straightaway they go. Marcus Harcrow runs in the 4th spot. Abbey way up to the top. He rim rides around this quarter-mile high-banked Heart of Texas Speedway. Slide job down to the bottom. Here's Abbey. Little bit of contact right there with Kirkpatrick. Side by side, onto the back straightaway they go. Here is Abbey trying to work down to the bottom.
Car slow on the top of 3 and 4. Let's see if that brings out the caution. Abbey being a little aggressive there with a crossover move, getting underneath Benji Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick gave him a little bit of room, but then Kirkpatrick gets a spot back. But Abbey up on the top shelf. See if he can cross over and drive down underneath Benji again, but he can't get there. Jason Batt just driving on the bottom, letting them race it out behind him. 17 down, 3 to go.
So smooth down at the bottom of the racetrack. Jason Batt, the brakes glowing on that car number 9. The hot spot on the racetrack is the battle for second. Benji Kirkpatrick in the 47.25. Jeffrey Abbey to the top of the racetrack. Marcus Harcrow rim riding around the top of the racetrack. Down the front straightaway, it is Jason Batt working down at the bottom. The hot spot is indeed for second. Here's Jeffrey Abbey trying to drive it off the banking. Down into turn number 3 they go. This time, white flag in the air. Quarter of a mile to go for your race leader. Jason Batt, car number 9, taking the field down into turn number 1 as he slipstreams down to the inside. Kirkpatrick holding on to second. Abbey is your 3rd place car. Marcus Harcrow rounding out the top 5 is Dustin Mooney. Bottom of the racetrack, checkered flag, car number 9. Give it to the man, Jason Batt, as the Batman heads to victory lane. Benji Kirkpatrick, Jeffrey Abbey, Marcus Harcrow, and Dustin Mooney round out your top 5 here in your IMCA stock cars. Battle to the finish as they mix it up behind him.
Jason Batt is out of the race car. Give it up for the stock car.
I need the cup too. Hey, what's it worth? Do you need a spring to win?
So,
Yes.
hold on a minute. Is this his spring?
Yes, gotta measure it.
If you look at the top of it, it has blood on it from his finger this week. Dum-dum. Jason. You've had a hell of a week. So last Friday, you essentially wrecked the field. Would that be an accurate statement?
I wrecked one.
Which was the leader, which was the field.
Yeah, that'd be accurate, Joe. What are you doing, man?
I asked him if I could give you some
win.
But then tonight, during the week, you try to cut your finger off with a spring in your shop.
And look at where the spring ended up.
And the spring ends up on the track without even in your car, and then you come out here and just spank them and win it. Nice job, buddy.
Hey, did I spank him?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How about when I got to the lap car, I drove in so hard on the the 2 to go because I got her so sideways because I was afraid of it. Hey, thanks, buddy. I need to thank Ken Essenberg. He's helping me on the rear end too. I also got to thank John and Jill from Sniper Chassis. I haven't drank in 20 years, right? And Jill got me drunk Tuesday night for the first time in 20 years. Yeah. So that I got to thank them.
That's proud. Hey, there's your stock car winner, Jason Batt, the number 9 car.
That must have been the night that the finger got caught in the spring thing right there. That's what tends to happen sometimes when you do that stuff. What a run. Jason Batt, car number 9, as he wins it here in your iStocks to finish off a great night. Hey, how about those DFW crate late models tonight? Tremendous run there. Love seeing those late models on the track. So early on in the season, we've already had sprint cars. We've already had late models. And hell, we haven't even got out of March yet, Joe. Shoot, we're just getting started here with season 55.
Just getting started. Don't forget, next week, right here at Heart of Texas Speedway, 8 p.m. is our start time.
Absolutely. Come on back and see us, heartoftexasspeedway.com. On Facebook, search HOT Speedway. For Joe Spillman and everyone at Heart of Texas Speedway, the great staff right here. Big thanks to Race on Texas and Speed Pass. My name is Rodney Rodriguez. We will see you next Friday night. Be safe, everybody, as you make your way home. God bless you all. Good night.